This is Andy Parole for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I'm Glob John Boy, Deontay Wilder's trainer, Jay Deas. Jay, how you doing?
Doing good, man. Ready for Saturday night. Looking forward to it.
It's good to hear. Obviously, let's get straight into it. Saturday night, how has camp gone?
Oh, it's been good. The first camp for Ortiz was not ideal. Deontay didn't feel well. His schedule was way crazy. He just had so many things going on. To do what he did in the first fight was nothing short of miraculous. But this time, camp has been very good, and I'm very pleased.
What have you been working on this time round?
Basically, it's all about just Deontay doing what he does best, and he's gotten back to the basics, back to the fundamentals, and it's just a continuation of what we started with the Brazil fight, which is getting back to those basics and back to the small, intricate details.
A lot's been spoken about from the Luis Ortiz camp with regards to his own preparations and the fact that he's trimmed down in and around 20 pounds. What do you read into that when you heard about it?
Well, it all depends on if it's functional or not, because you can be a smaller guy, you can be a ripped up, shredded guy, but does that translate into strength? Does that translate into your cardio and things? Does it affect your punch resistance? These are things that can happen when you lose a lot of weight.
How do you see the fight playing out between the pair on Saturday night? Do you expect it to be similar to the first bout or different?
I think the first fight, if you remember, even though it was a candidate for a fight of the year, the first fight actually took about 3 or 4 rounds to heat up. Now that the guys know each other, I don't think the fight will take that long to heat up.
And obviously there's a lot of build-up and anticipation about the possible Tyson Fury rematch. For you, in your own personal opinion, would you have liked to have seen that rematch happen sooner than what it will do, provided Deontay is successful on Saturday night?
Well, you hit the nail on the head with the last part of it. Well, there's nothing besides Ortiz, because without Ortiz, there is no Joshua, there is no Fury, there is no Ruiz, there's none of that. So we've absolutely got to take care of business on Saturday night with a very, very good Luis Ortiz. But I feel confident, feel great. Deontay's going to do just that and do it in a spectacular fashion.
Tyson's trainer Ben Davison also out here as well. What are your thoughts on him coming out to watch the fight on Saturday?
Oh, I'm happy he's here. I like Ben. I've always liked Ben. We get along quite well. A lot of people try to put him down and stuff after the Walim fight and stuff, and I defended him because those people aren't in the gym. Those people don't know the kind of work that Ben is doing. And Tyson Fury would, if he was standing right here, he would tell you he's not an easy guy to train and to deal with and all that. He's had a lot of issues, but he is a great fighter and a great guy, and Ben knows him in and out. Ben knows all the details. Ben is the right guy to be training Tyson Fury, and he should get more credit really than he does.
Tyson's had a little stint in the WWE as well. What was your thoughts on that, Jay?
Oh man, the whole thing was I was worried about the cut because even though it's a choreographed situation, an elbow, an errant thumb, anything could get that cut wide open and be 3 months getting back. So I'm hopeful that all goes well and that there's no injuries sustained or anything like that.
All goes well. When can we see Wilder Fury 2 provide obviously again?
They've talked about late February. My thought is only on Ortiz, but they put out a date of late February, and so after Saturday night, that's something we'll be glad to talk about.
And finally, I just wanted to get your thoughts on the other big heavyweight fight of the year, December 7th, Andy Ruiz Jr. and Anthony Joshua rematch. What are your thoughts on the bout?
I think it's an interesting fight, and I think there's 3 things to think about. How does Joshua handle defeat? How does Ruiz handle victory? And then how does it play out with a completely unusual location? Ruiz has so many people hitting him right now, he's probably never experienced that, Joshua's got people that doubt him now and are calling him this, that, and the other. He hasn't dealt with that. So how does each guy deal with their situation? And the one who deals with it best should come out victorious.
From a tactical standpoint, how do you actually see the fight itself playing out when the pair are in the ring?
Well, I think Joshua will keep a little more distance this time. Ruiz is very good at staying in the pocket. Joshua was used to throwing punches and the other guy, being out of range at that point. But Ruiz stays in the pocket and fires back. So what we call it is being first and third. Ruiz would throw, Joshua would fire back, and Ruiz would be fire back after him. He would counter your counter. So Ruiz would be first, Joshua second, Ruiz would be third. So we call it being first and third, and Ruiz did a great job of it. He's going to have to do that again.
Well, Jay Deas, I appreciate your time. Thanks for speaking to myself on Boxing Social.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.